Beneath our feet, hidden from our eyes, lies one of nature's most complex and meticulously organized societies, the world of ants. These tiny creatures, often dismissed as mere pests, are in fact masters of teamwork, architecture, and survival. Today, we will journey deep into their realm to uncover the hidden life of ants, how they live, how they build their sprawling cities, how they wage war, and how they not only survive but thrive in a world filled with endless challenges. Every single ant colony, no matter how vast, begins with the journey of a single, determined individual, a queen. After her nuptial flight and mating, she sheds her wings, a symbolic act of leaving her old life behind, and begins the solitary task of digging. Alone in that dark, subterranean chamber, she lays her very first clutch of eggs. From these eggs hatch the first generation of workers, who will soon take over all the duties of the burgeoning colony. This frees the queen to focus solely on her primary role, laying eggs. In her prime, she can produce thousands each and every day, ensuring the colony's continuous growth. The colony quickly evolves into a superorganism, a living, breathing machine, where every member has a purpose. The workers tend to the helpless larvae, diligently clean the nest to prevent disease, and venture out to gather food for their sisters. The larger, more formidable soldiers stand guard, defending the colony from any and all threats. And at the very center of it all, protected deep within the nest, is the queen, the beating heart of the entire operation. The nests that ants construct are nothing short of masterpieces of natural engineering. What might appear as a simple, unassuming hole in the ground often conceals a vast, intricate network of tunnels and specialized chambers. There are nurseries designed to provide the perfect environment for developing larvae, storerooms for stockpiling food, and even dedicated graveyards for the dead. Some species have developed sophisticated ventilation shafts that regulate the internal temperature and humidity, creating a perfectly controlled microclimate. Among the most remarkable of these architects are the leafcutter ants. They build extensive underground fungus farms, a form of agriculture that predates humanity by millions of years. These ants meticulously cut and carry pieces of leaves back to their nest, not to eat them directly, but to use them as a substrate to cultivate a specific type of fungus. This fungus, in turn, serves as the colony's primary food source. It is a stunning example of a symbiotic relationship, a form of farming so advanced it rivals our own. Ants are also master foragers, having perfected the art of finding and transporting food with incredible efficiency. The process usually begins with a single scout. When this pioneer discovers a food source, it returns to the colony, leaving behind a trail of chemical signals called pheromones. This invisible trail acts as a chemical GPS, a map that other ants can follow. As more ants travel along this path, they reinforce it with their own pheromones, strengthening the signal. Within a short time, what started as a single ant's discovery transforms a tiny crumb into the destination of a massive, bustling highway of workers, all moving with a singular purpose. Their strategies for acquiring food are as diverse as the ants themselves. Some species, like certain Lasius ants, have developed a form of animal husbandry. They eat earth and protect aphids from predators like ladybugs, and in return, they milk the aphids for a sweet, sugary substance called honeydew. Others are ruthless hunters, raiding rival nests to steal larvae or launching perfectly coordinated group attacks on prey, much larger than themselves. Each species has evolved its own unique and effective strategy for survival in the competitive natural world. However, life in the ant world is not always characterized by peaceful teamwork and cooperation. When resources become scarce or territory is threatened, the fragile peace shatters and war erupts. Among the most feared warriors in this microscopic world are the army ants. They do not build permanent nests, but are instead perpetually on the move, forming terrifying, nomadic swarms that sweep across the landscape. These living rivers of jaws and legs are a force of nature, attacking and consuming almost everything in their path: insects, spiders, scorpions, and even small vertebrates that are too slow to escape. Their strength lies not in individual might, but in their overwhelming numbers and unwavering unity. Meanwhile, other battles are fought on a global scale. The tiny but aggressive Argentine ants fight wars of invasion. They have an extraordinary ability to form supercolonious massive networks of interconnected nests that can stretch for hundreds, sometimes thousands, of kilometers. As they expand, they systematically wipe out native ant species, creating a devastating impact on local ecosystems. For ants, war is a high-stakes game. Victory means expansion and the continuation of their genetic line. Defeat often means total annihilation. To coordinate these complex activities, from farming to warfare, ants rely on a sophisticated language of touch and chemicals. Their primary mode of communication is through pheromones, which can convey a wide range of messages, and a simple tap of their antennae can be a command to follow me. This collective intelligence, where the group is far smarter than any single individual, is a concept scientists call swarm intelligence. Together, as a colony, they can solve complex problems, construct elaborate structures, and adapt to changing environments with a speed and efficiency that puts many larger, more intelligent animals to shame. The intelligence of the ant world doesn't reside in one ant's brain, but in the interconnected network of the colony as a whole. The life of an ant follows a constant, rhythmic cycle of renewal, from egg to larva, then to pupa, and finally to a fully formed adult. The life of an individual worker is often short, lasting just a few months. However, the queens are built for longevity. They can survive for decades, with some species having queens that rule the same colony for 20 years or more, becoming living archives of their kingdom's history. When a colony reaches a certain size and maturity, it prepares for its ultimate act of propagation. Winged males and young, virgin queens emerge from the nest and take to the skies in a massive, synchronized event known as the nuptial flight. High in the air, they mate. The males die shortly after their life's purpose fulfilled. The newly fertilized queens descend back to Earth, shed their wings, and begin the cycle all over again, digging fresh tunnels in the soil to become the founders of new worlds below. They may be small, but the cumulative impact of ants on our planet is immense. They are vital ecosystem engineers. As they build their nests, they tirelessly turn and aerate the soil, improving its quality for plant growth in a way that rivals the work of earthworms. They are nature's recyclers, breaking down dead organic matter and returning essential nutrients to the environment. Many species also play a crucial role in plant reproduction by dispersing seeds. Without ants, entire ecosystems would begin to unravel far faster than we can imagine. They serve as a powerful lesson that true strength isn't about size or individual power. It is about cooperation, shared purpose, and relentless persistence in the face of adversity. So, the next time you see a delicate trail of ants marching across the pavement, take a moment to pause and remember what you are truly witnessing. Beneath that tiny, orderly parade lies one of the most ancient and advanced societies on Earth. They are builders of subterranean cities, farmers of fungus, and warriors of a microscopic empire. They are, above all, survivors. They are not just insects. They are the ingenious and indomitable architects of the underground world.